every day is a new battle, trying to keep our ass in the saddle. Now they're rounding us up like cattle in a truck. They're high up on that horse, we're down here fighting wars. They give to the rich, take from the poor, makes you wonder what we're working for. They've got us all turned around. I realize the real divide ain't left and right, it's up and down. We're out here pinching pennies, they can
Hi.
wipe their ass with the 20. Tell me what's it
We're
like?
live.
Are we finally live?
We are.
We finally are. You're not lying to me this time?
No.
Kellen has a bad habit of. Oh yeah, it shows me as live on Facebook.
Yeah, look at that.
Right there.
You
Hey.
see it?
Yeah, I do. Hey, everybody! Welcome
Hello.
to the Three Rural White Guys. My name is Mike Heaton. I'm here with Jacob Dodds to my left this time in the proper spot. You can look over here. Say hi. How you doing?
Howdy.
Hi.
See it? Oh, actually on the big screen too. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
I put you on multiple screens.
Yeah.
We're
Well, let's see real quick. Go. Let me see.
multi-screens.
1, 2, 3. Look at this. Wow.
Multi-stream.
Also here with the great Kellen Gracie.
I don't know about great, but hello.
Good. The good
I'm
Kellen
here.
Gracie. The
I'm present,
average, medium.
accounted for.
You're like 6'3". That's
I'm 6'4" and a half.
whatever, Canadian. So because you're farther north, you seem taller. That's all.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're the Three Real White Guys.
We are.
If we seem a little weird to you, sorry. It is what it is.
I'm not sorry.
I'm not either, really. We like drinking beer in our garage, talking politics. We what was that? A dog?
That-
What was that?
This is this.
Oh,
Ooh, that's interesting.
we're gonna call that a dog.
I learned something new today.
Yeah, your microphone stand sounds like a dog.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
Kinda. All right, we are Three Real White Guys. We like
Hey.
talking politics. We're basically what we are. Everybody is. We tend to be slightly leaning left, but pretty much we're centrists. honestly.
Sometimes communist.
Sometimes we go way right. I don't know because we're rural, and we actually understand that. Yeah, we get called communist quite often. They're only going to take that clip though. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
that one.
Oh,
bit.
no, I know. Yeah.
And so whenever you do anything with life, it's going to happen that way. Your mic is being.
It's this
a sound
new
effect.
stand here. I
Yeah,
just have
yeah,
to
yeah.
stop messing with it.
Shout out to my son
Your
for
son.
donating his
Yeah.
very cheap stand.
Thanks, bud.
Appreciate it. It's working. It's working. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I have no idea what it is. You're gonna learn right along with us tonight
Mhm.
because we all just rolled in. We started talking about topics. We have videos that we sent to Kellen. We're not quite sure what he put on there.
Mm-hmm. We're super late. We got started super late.
Yeah, we did a little bit, didn't we? It's okay though.
Yeah.
Bear with us. We're gonna have some fun tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you guys want to talk about first?
I don't know.
I just, drink a beer a little bit. Okay, let's talk with that first. What are you drinking tonight?
I'm just rocking the Bush lattes.
The red, white, and blue.
Yeah. Brewed for the farmers, Mike.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Although it became like the Iowa State beer of choice there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too proud of that, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Mhm.
How about you, Jacob?
I am so this is my buddy Brad's Miller Lite that we had DoorDash to our hotel in Kansas
Oh, that's
City.
right.
I had a
That's
couple of them
right.
left over, so I'm finishing those off tonight. Thanks, Brad.
Very good. Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Good. I'm rocking the Angry Orchard because I'm angry about politics on occasion. And I have to have gluten free. Otherwise, my wife doesn't want to sleep in the same bedroom as me.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Happens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. There's that dang
I'm
dog.
gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop.
Stop moving your.
I'm just gonna stop touching.
Yeah.
it.
It sounds like there's a dog in the background.
Yeah, it's like the springs.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. I'm okay with a dog.
Yeah.
Do you guys have dogs?
I do.
Yeah?
I have one. I used to have two.
Baxter?
Yeah, Baxter.
He's a good dog.
He's a good dog.
What kind of dog is he?
A mutt.
He's just a flat up mutt.
Yeah, I have no idea what he is.
I have a dog. Truckle
Oh, yeah.
lab. Truckle lab. How about you, Jacob?
I have a dog part time.
You have a part time dog?
Yeah.
Wait, does the
Nice.
dog come with the kids?
Ooh.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Dog goes back and forth with the kids. Yes.
That's amazing.
You have shared custody of a dog?
Yep. Sure
That
do.
is awesome.
Right? And your dog, let's be frank, is kind of awesome.
He's kind of a shithead.
Yeah, he
but-
totally is, but that's what makes him awesome.
Yeah, Bogey.
Bogey, what kind of dog is
He
Bogey?
is a golden doodle.
A golden doodle.
So a registered mutt.
It's a
That
big
kid,
one.
that dog loves to be pet.
Oh yeah.
Like you're just sitting there drinking a beer and like he'll literally put his nose underneath your hand and pull it away from the beer so you'll pet him.
Yeah, yeah, he's like that. And my girlfriend has a dog as well that's a pit bull.
Oh,
and that dog would crawl into your skin if it could.
Oh, geez.
I mean, it's
Just
that.
wants to be pet. All
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
wants to be not just pet. They have to like full body contact with you.
Just cuddle, 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 cuddle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pit
I don't
bulls are
know
like
why
that.
those get the reputations they do because they really are
Yeah.
the friendliest dogs
I've
ever.
heard that. I've heard that. That's awesome. Well, we got our dog stuff out of the way. It's important. All right. So hey, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that caught my eye today as I was listening to various podcasts and watching stuff is going all the way back to the Strait of Hormuz.
Hormones.
Right. Trump is openly lying now to the American people, from what I can tell.
Hmm.
Every news source, including Fox News, is reporting that he's lying, although they're not saying it out loud, and I wish they would.
They kind of are.
They kind of are. They're hinting at it. Like, that's not the same story as we're hearing from over here.
Right.
But Trump said flat up that they have full control of the strait because of the blockade. They're in charge of it. He even joked at one point about making it a U.S. territory. The strait, by the way, the water part.
Hmm.
And now they've eliminated all the mines. They've blown up the mines. Like,
That's not true.
it's not true. Like,
No.
ships are not going through. There might be a handful of ships going through, but like,
Yeah. Like,
all accounts, it's still owned by Iran and Oman or whoever's controlling it.
yeah, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but the average daily traffic was up over 100 prior to February when they started this stupid war. And now every day, over 100 a day. And now you have less than 10 on average.
So it's not really back open.
No, it's not.
So he's openly lying. Do we have any clips of this?
I do.
I want to see
Do
something.
you want to see this clip?
Yeah, I think I sent you one on this one.
You did.
I have a little thing I want to do with this afterward. Is it Penn State? I didn't send you a Penn
President
State. Oh, there
Trump
we go.
says there are no talks
why
or
is mine-
conversations
oh,
with
I know.
Iranian aimed at ending the
We did this once, Jacob, didn't we?
We had no sound.
Yeah, why is that not working? Oh, I know why. It was working. The audience heard it and we did not.
Oh, hope you enjoyed it. Yeah.
President
There we
Trump
go.
says there are no talks or conversations with Iranian officials aimed at ending the almost 6-month conflict with Iran.
The 60-day window for a solution has expired, and the president is insisting that the Strait of Hormuz is open and operating. Peter Ducey has more from the White House tonight.
This is Fox News, by the
The
way.
Iranians
Yeah.
are running out of assets and options.
Now, President Trump wants leaders in Tehran to twist in the wind, announcing there are no talks or conversations going on or scheduled with the Islamic Republic of Iran. The naval blockade remains in full force and effect. The Hormuz Strait is open and operating. All water mines have been removed or detonated. That's different than this.
The conversations between the U.S. government and different areas of the Iranian government at all
Is he made of plastic?
I wondered that too. you can stop it there. You don't have
areas
to
is
keep
So
going.
keep
probably
going.
more
What's he gonna
robust
say?
than it's maybe ever been.
Sources tell Fox there's no Trump-Kushner contradiction
Oh, really? Look, I think he's made of plastic.
Yeah.
that
I
the
think you're
president wants his
think you're
team
right.
not to engage until Iran is ready to make a deal. While he waits, the president is posting a new map of the Strait of Hormuz marked as new U.S. territory.
I like
Gulf
the
of
idea of
America.
declaring it a territory.
The latest hurdle, according to the Institute for the Study of War, IRGC commander Major General Ahmad Vahidi and his inner circle would likely accept a deal with the United States if the United States surrendered to the regime's demands. Vahidi's actions suggest that Vahidi and his faction are unlikely to accept a deal that falls short, even if failing to reach an agreement would risk renewed conflict.
So, that says not open.
Like, no deal. No deal.
No deal.
Yeah, we had an agreement, didn't we? 60 days expired. 60 days ago, we had an agreement.
Well, I don't know. We've won this war like 40 fucking times now.
Yes.
He's going for, what is he, 47? 47's president?
Oh, yeah,
That's the
that
goal
makes
here.
sense. You
Think
got to
of
win the
everything
war
else.
47 times.
To
if
actually
you're
be
the
official.
47th
In
president.
honor of
I
our
mean,
great leader.
surely people understand. No, I'm giving way too much credit.
Yeah, I
Never
agree. And
mind.
don't
Don't call me Shirley.
Well, I just, I mean, I really don't get it. Like, do people really think that the president can just say, can just go like that and make something be what it is?
Ron
like,
does.
Like
People
this
do.
is
Ron
our,
definitely does.
the Strait of Hormuz is territory of the United States.
Abracadabra.
That's it. I said it. I posted it on fucking Truth Social.
It's a done deal.
Yes. People really believe this.
They do.
Yes.
They really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we have the Strait of America, not Strait of the Gulf of America. That happened. He just said it and it happened. We don't own Greenland though yet,
No.
or
Yet.
Canada for that matter.
Yet.
Yet. Did you just say we don't own Canada yet?
Yet.
I'm gonna clip that and play it on loop for you forever.
It's not going to happen. But nonetheless, what's really going on here?
Yeah, what is really going on here?
Well, market manipulation.
Oh,
That's what's going on here. I don't know if you've noticed, gas price in Iowa was up over $4. It was $4.13 yesterday when I filled up. The national gas average price per gallon for standard 87, just regular grade gas, north of $4 again.
Right.
And it's creeping back up.
I didn't even notice anymore. It's just been high.
Yeah, Brent crude is up over $52 a barrel, and that's the current price. The crack price, which is it's a little convoluted, but ultimately it's a expression of the future price, and it takes into consideration how much of a barrel of raw.
I thought it
crude
was
oil.
like the lesser stuff you can get on the street. Crack things.
The word crack really refers to the difference between like crude oil and the refined gasoline. Ultimately, each barrel of oil produces X amount of oil, like you can put in your car, like in the oil part of your car, the engine oil, versus the gas that you actually put in the gas tank, right? And so it's just referring to that. But ultimately, the futures price is creeping back up. And that's really bad because there's a midterm coming. This is really bad for Trump because there's a midterm coming. So this is market manipulation. That's what's going on. The gas prices are creeping up again. People are not buying the bullshit anymore. And he's just trying really, really hard. And I don't know if you saw this. He did the exact same thing with Canada yesterday. He said, I'm going to pause all these tariffs for 3 days while we finalize a deal. And then 3 hours later, he posts, we've got a deal. And then like 20 minutes later, Canada was like, no, we don't. I don't know if you saw that, but that happened last night.
What are you talking about? I don't pay attention to Canadian politics.
Yeah. Well,
Because again, you can't govern through fucking social media.
right.
Whims, yes.
Right. Vibes. The vibes. Yeah.
He governs through vibes.
He
And by the way,
governs.
yes, Robin, I did just compare Coke to
But-
petrol.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
Social media posts typed out by his 35-year-old assistant that what's her name?
What is going on?
Natalie Harp.
What happened with that? Something happened. I heard something happened. People were talking about Natalie.
Well, that's
Harp-
allegedly why Caroline
going on?
Leavitt's leaving.
What?
They got into an argument.
And
I
Natalie
heard-
one, the assistant one.
Oh, this is getting spicy.
Well, we didn't really talk about it much last week, but when the whole thing with the Iran threat, when he bailed off the plane in Turkey in the container,
Oh yeah.
he left everybody else sitting there to take the blow, and him and Natalie escaped.
Wait, Natalie got in the
Oh,
cart
yeah.
too?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's news to me.
yeah. There's a lot of speculation that was the line in the sand for Caroline Leavitt.
I believe it.
And I read today apparently Melania Trump will not make an appearance with Donald if she's there.
Wow. I mean, duh. But yeah. I mean, it's sometimes things are too obvious. Like that whole relationship where she has to be in the room, like it's just weird as hell.
Well, I mean, there's
Like, it's
a
just so
video of her, like she is the one that types his messages
Right.
out on True Social.
Yeah.
Wait, but he truths at like 2 a.m.
I mean, some of them might be him doing it on his phone,
They can
but
still be her.
I mean, like he had that long-winded rant. What was that about? I don't even remember now. But like it was literally he got off the helicopter on the White House lawn, and the post went live like a minute later.
Okay. Oh, really? It didn't make any sense. They would have timed it unless she typed it.
Yeah,
This is a diagram
Makes
of
sense.
how it happened.
But now we need her in there too. Or is that like she like never mind.
I don't know what's going on there, but I think what you're referring to there, Mike, is over the weekend, John Ossoff became the first sitting member of Congress to, well, the Senate, but whatever, Congress, really point at it, the very odd relationship with Natalie Harp. And
oh, that's right.
yeah,
It really pissed him off too.
it pissed him off. It pissed everybody off. So
Why is Ossoff getting involved in love lives?
well, no, he's not. He was at like a stump speech,
Yeah.
right? So he gets up and he's like going after Trump, and he's like, "Look at this corruption. Look at all this nonsense. This isn't what we voted for. This isn't what you voted for, MAGA." And we're all suffering and paying higher gas prices and dealing with inflation and dealing with this nonsense and sending our family members off to war. And meanwhile, he flies around in his golden plated palace with Natalie Harp and his girlfriend Natalie Harp. I don't know exactly what he said. I wish you guys would give me the heads up so I can like play this stuff.
You shouldn't bring girlfriends into politics.
Onto your flying golden palace.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad enough that like Stephen Chung and all those guys were
everybody.
They all made posts and they were all like 6th grade taunts.
Yeah,
like what this guy's such a weak-spined retard.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, for saying that?
Yeah,
yeah. They went after Ossoff for pointing it out, and some of them, like even Meghan McCain. This one really surprised me. She went after him and said, "Well, the Democrats can no longer claim to be the party of women." It's like, because John Ossoff is pointing out the weird relationship.
Really
the
weird
president
relationship that he has. Yeah.
So, like,
what
let's
does she
rewind.
do? What's her job? Does she have an official?
Changes diapers.
She's a personal assistant to the president. That's her official title.
Yeah,
that's her title.
Yeah.
Changes diapers.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen, you got a picture?
I do. And I'm actually have a few pictures. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know how anyone could think he doesn't wear Depends anymore.
I mean, yeah.
There's so many things out there, but this one to me was like, okay, this is not AI.
Oh, that wasn't the picture I was going to put up.
Oh, what were you going to put up?
I was going to put this one up because I just don't.
Wait, is that her?
That's her. That's Natalie Harp.
Huh.
So explain. Okay, let's dissect this. Explain to me what's going on here. Okay. She has. Two phones.
No, 3. There's 3 phones there.
3 phones. You're right.
And 2 laptops.
2 laptops.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
Diapers.
That's the diaper.
That's a diaper bag.
Diaper bag.
None of it's in the bag. Why aren't the laptops in the bag?
Right. It's like you just got off a helicopter. Why did you when you get off a plane, right? Or a helicopter? I don't know how often you fly on helicopters, but when I get off my private helicopter,
this fucker flew on helicopters all the damn time.
Not that big. They didn't have stairs that came out the side.
And usually usually he was hauling a body, right?
Yeah.
Like a person.
Yeah. They weren't small either because yours were emergency vehicles.
Yeah, it was a phone booth, a flying phone booth.
Why is she holding the laptops and the phones?
While the bag is
full
of,
of like fabrics.
Yeah, you don't come off the plane with the luggage like
industrial strength wet wipes.
There's a whole cart that carries luggage that pulls up to the plane as well as food that you can escape on if you want to.
Yeah,
but you don't walk off the plane with your luggage.
Yeah.
So he has obviously whatever's in that bag is important.
Look, we all get old. We're all going to get old.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But the crazy part about all of this is just the absolute gaslighting that's going on. And I don't think people would be making a big deal about it if Trump didn't basically win partly in 2024 by going after Biden and his age and forced him out, which
I got some bad
caused
news
Kamala
for
to
you.
come in. What?
I still would be making a big deal out of it. I don't think our president of the United States should be wearing diapers.
Right.
I just don't. Right. If you're at that age where you can't control your bowels,
you shouldn't be president.
Maybe you shouldn't be president.
Well, is it really an age thing though, or is it the fact that he had a tent stake?
Oh shit!
Wedged up his anus.
I didn't know if we were going to go there.
We are.
It's a possibility.
Go back to a previous episode for that story.
Yep. And a long. Yep.
But seriously though, I don't know. I thought Kellen had that picture. It looked like he was smuggling country hams.
Oh yeah. Can we do the video? You saved the video. I thought. I said, oh, there it is. Here we go. Here, let's see it. Now, just before you play it, just for our listeners and viewers, this has been edited, not visually, just sound wise. Just ignore the sound.
Not
it is
by
what
us.
it is. We didn't do this. We want you to pay attention to the imagery in the buttocks area of our president.
Where did this come from? Who did this?
He's thick. Call me immature all you want. I think farts are funny.
Yeah, fart jokes are good.
Damn right. But I mean, the guy's clearly wearing diapers.
If you sit on the toilet, bear down, and barely anything comes out, you don't have constipation. You have poop.
That was the video continuing to play in the background. Look, yes, what he said.
I was taking a drink of beer right at that moment, and I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Our president's in rough shape, guys.
Shapes.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe it's time, buddy. Maybe it's time.
Maybe it's time.
Yeah, it might be time.
Can you imagine if Kamala Harris was president?
Oh my
and
God.
Walking around like that?
Yeah.
Anybody. Let's be
Anybody.
honest, anybody.
I mean, as long as they're Democrat, they
Right.
go after him. If Republican, doesn't matter who the hell they are. They're going to support them. They can depend on him.
I don't even know what to say at this point.
I have no problem making an ageist joke. I'm sorry. I feel bad
Yeah.
doing that, and I'm going to regret it. Hey, listen. He just lied about the Strait of Hormuz being open.
No
one questioned it.
No, if you're on for the political correctness, this is not the
This is
show
not the
for
place
you.
to be. I agree.
This is not the show
This
for
is
you.
true.
This is true.
Yeah, this is very true. We are Democrats, but we're not that good at Democrats.
Well,
That's what it is.
anyhow, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know where to go from here.
Well, I have a question for you guys. So he did openly he did say the statement about the Strait of Hormuz publicly in front of press,
Mhm.
right? So I do have a question for you because it really pissed me off a little bit. I didn't watch it live, but I watched it later, and we didn't see the actual press conference.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear somebody saying it. Oh, that's your phone. But he says this about the Strait of Hormuz, and he says that it's open and we control it because of the blockade.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said something stupid about I know some people don't like mines, so there's always that danger about blowing up shit. He said something like, no shit, Sherlock.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't the press then? I mean, they all know he's lying, right? And no, you can't just say, why are you lying, Mr. President? But reframe your damn question and say, okay, Mr. President, you just told us that the Strait of Hormuz is open. Thank you for that. That's amazing. You incredibly beast mode human being. Just stroke his ego, right? And say, so I have a question for you. Then why is the U.S. not letting ships through?
Right.
Just ask the real question.
Right.
If he's going to claim that it's open, that we control it, ask him why the U.S. is not letting ships through. Just make him answer that question. And they're not doing that. It's not a hard, call his bluff, people. You don't have to call him out. Just call his bluff.
I think what you're pointing to there is just a broader problem in our media ecosystem, and I haven't figured it out yet. So here's the thing: when I've heard some other podcasters talk about this, when you push back, he folds every time. And right now we have several instances or examples of this happening right now in real time. So he sued the BBC.
Right.
For $10 billion with a B dollars, because he said they stitched together videos January 6th that made it look like he incited a riot. Okay. And they
had to stitch videos together to show that.
I watched that live.
They didn't. Right. I watched it live too, and I didn't have to have it stitched together to see what was going on. But so what happened
on Fox News?
Well, what the claim is in this documentary that the BBC aired in the UK, by the way, it didn't air in the US. It had a video at the start and a video at the end of January 6th, but it was a video of the event. They stopped it here, did a bunch of stuff in the middle, and then stopped it here. Mm-hmm. So the legal filing from the Trump team says they therefore stitched these videos together, and they maliciously edited it to make it look like he had caused this riot.
So
right?
they created a documentary.
Right. They created a
with
documentary.
edits.
Right. So BBC apologizes and says, no, you're right. We edited the footage. But we didn't have to edit the footage for it to show that you incited a riot, and therefore we are fighting back, and let's go to Discovery, and we're going to subpoena all your kids. And here's what's going on with that. They're trying to serve the subpoenas to Ivanka, to Jared Kushner, and to Don Jr., because those three individuals were in the room, in the Oval Office, in the hours before and the hours after.
They just pick Jared up to move him from room to room then?
The Plastic Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like a mannequin?
Has anyone ever actually seen him walk?
I haven't.
I haven't.
No. He stands there really
He's probably made of plastic. He's just a mannequin.
him and Mark Zuckerberg, I think, maybe are
Robots.
It's like that.
I mean
that NSYNC video. Bye bye bye.
Oh yeah, the puppets.
Wait, no, wait. What, huh?
No,
I think that's what it was, wasn't it?
yeah, they were the marionettes.
Yes.
Marionette puppets.
And
The BBC is fighting though, and they're like, we apologize because we definitely edited that footage.
This is what it's like when you guys interrupt me all the time.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
realizing this now.
And
Continue.
and they're like, we definitely edited the footage. You're right, and we apologize for that, but it did not change the meaning of the footage. It clearly shows you inciting a riot.
Right.
Therefore, you need to show us that you didn't,
Mhm.
because you're trying to sue us for $10 billion, and we're not just going to roll over and settle with you out of court and write you a check. That's ridiculous. And so now they're trying to subpoena all his family members and people who were involved and with him on that day. And the BBC's lawyers, their process servers, are showing up at their houses, like at Ivanka and Jared's house, at Don Jr.'s house. And because they're under Secret Service
Trying
protection, to serve them.
Yeah.
The subpoena. And so now they're at a point where they have to go back to the judge and say, the Secret Service won't let us serve them. They won't let us on the property. And we've asked the Secret Service to even help us in that process service and getting those notices to these people. But they keep saying, no, it's not our job. It's not our duty. We're not going to help you. We're not going to assist you in any way. Yada, 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 yada. So now they're going back to the judge and they're saying, like, you have to help us here. We have to be able to serve them via mail or email or some alternative method because there's these unique circumstances. And that's what's going on right now.
Right.
And instead of
Hey, you need to switch it
Excuse
to you on your screen so they don't all see me looking down and Jacob looking down at our phones like we're not paying attention.
you're not paying attention.
Yeah, we are though. We're
No,
trying
we
to-
are.
yeah, we are.
You're not paying attention.
I'm looking up the brunette woman in the Oval Office that Robin mentioned that looks like she's plastic as well.
Anyway, so
Thanks, Robin. You're right.
The
by the way.
judge. So now, but here's the point. Here's what I'm trying to get at is he talks a big talk, and when you punch back and you fight, he folds. So they're saying, okay, this is his law. He sued the BBC. The BBC.
He's done?
No,
He's
the
out?
BBC did not sue him. He
Right.
sued the BBC. So if you sue someone and you're like, I know I'm right, I'm going after my $10 billion, generally you're like, here are the receipts, let's go. I'm right, you're wrong, right?
Right.
That's not what's going on.
Because he uses suing as a threat.
Right.
Not because he actually gives a shit, because he can afford to pay lawyers to sue.
Right.
And whatever. Yeah.
Right. So instead of going to court and fighting this out because he knows he's right and trying to argue his case, he instead went to the judge and said, you know what? Actually, I was wrong. I wasn't harmed in an amount of 10 billion. It was only 10 million.
Oh.
And it wasn't my businesses that were harmed. It was just my reputation. And therefore, you can't go after my kids. So I don't know.
So he's trying to
Stupid legal
change it
argument.
to some kind of legal thing
Right. What I'm trying to
and still be
point
able
out.
to pay for his lawyer.
Well,
Yeah.
what he was hoping was that they would fold over like
Right.
CBS did
The-
and just pay him.
So that's exactly where I was trying to bring all of this, because this all goes back to the media ecosystem, and that's where I was trying to talk about this.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to say is this speaks to the broader media ecosystem. So the organizations, the institutions that fight back and actually take him on,
Mhm.
he folds and he backs down. Iran is fighting back, and they're saying, no, Don, you're wrong. None of that is true. The
Right.
Strait of Hormuz is closed,
Well,
and we're not
they're
even
sending out,
negotiating.
like, laughing memes at him.
Yeah.
Like they're flat out being like, you're an idiot.
They have announced publicly, we refuse to strike any deal with the United States while Donald Trump is in office. They've said that in the last week.
Yeah.
They literally said that in the last week. And now he's out there saying, we're negotiating in back channels and we have all this stuff going on and there's a deal imminent and blah, 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 blah. And Iran is like, no, we don't. And you're a liar and we won't do a deal with you at all, period.
Well,
Ever.
So from a political perspective, if you go back to the founding of our country, what was the purpose of the press? And why is there a First
Holding power accountable.
Well, they
Right, exactly.
Holding power
Accountability.
accountable. Yes.
Yeah.
And we have journalists trying to do that, and I think I mentioned this to you guys in chat today, that his thing, if he gets asked a tough question about something that he doesn't like to talk about,
What outlet are you with? That's what he says.
what outlet are you? Or he just insults them
Right.
right.
because he's hoping that he'll
Shut
bully
up,
them
piggy.
down.
Quiet piggy.
Yeah, quiet piggy. Yeah.
And I really just wish that they would just say, we're with the American people.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Just to get-
Answer the
just to get the
question for the
soundbite.
American people.
Yeah.
Just to get the soundbite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Take that power away from him to be able to just attack your network and dismiss it as fake news and say, I'm asking on behalf of the American people.
But this all started, Mike, because you asked why is mainstream media not just saying like he is lying?
Well, or even
He is a
just
liar.
follow the thread and ask him a question as if he's not lying.
Right.
And he's going to sound like a fucking
Right,
idiot.
he's gonna sound like an idiot because he's not able to explain
Yeah,
himself. And
it's not that hard
actually-
to prove that the election wasn't stolen if you just keep asking him questions, agreeing with him. That's all it takes. And eventually he doesn't have anything to say. It all falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just.
But that is not happening.
Mm-mm.
We don't have those strong media outlets here. BBC is a foreign news organization from the UK.
Right.
And they're like, we're not putting up with this crap. We're not dealing with, no, absolutely not. But ABC folded. They cut them a big check.
Yeah.
CBS is now like Mega News Light.
Well,
BBC
you got to remember though, the big difference is the fact that you know, he did threaten, he's threatened all of the American broadcast companies with pulling their FCC license.
Right.
Mhm.
He can't do that to the BBC.
But here's the thing. Does that really matter anymore?
FCC license?
Who the fuck watches TV over the airwaves?
Mega.
Isn't that where the license really matters? Can't they still put shit out over cable TV?
They still have to have an FCC license to be able to send the signal via satellite.
Why send it via satellite?
Plus, they still have to provide over the air. That's how it works, bro.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You don't have to anymore. We got internet connections. You don't have to send everything satellite. You can take it right over like wires.
It's the access. It's the mass media side of it. But here's the thing: is people are fleeing these channels. CBS viewership is down like crazy, like more than half.
Well, because they used to be known as like the only sane one. They weren't
Right.
taking a bias.
Yeah,
right?
it's 60
Like,
minutes,
they were
and
the
you
one
had
always in the middle of that little
That's
chart.
the
that people
network of
saw.
Walter Cronkite.
Yeah.
Right. But ABC, CBS, I feel like NBC is heading that direction now.
NBC?
Yeah. They're sterilizing the news.
Yeah, I
They're
think it's probably
sterilizing the news. And maybe it's not as intense as what's going on at CBS, but when I look around and I don't see NBC doing these, exposés and investigative journalism to pull
Right,
all this out
right.
and really deal with this.
Well, they're not news organizations. I mean, that's
Right.
the thing that you have to keep in mind is they're not
Right.
news organizations. So I think there's still very much a lot of fear out there about pissing the wrong group of people off.
Well, no, and you're right when you say they're not news organizations. They are entertainment and media organizations that have a news arm.
That rely on ad sales.
But
And
that's what I'm getting at is the ad sales for
Right.
their sitcoms.
they're
Mhm.
accountable
So
to their
if
investors.
MAGA decides to boycott them,
Right.
Okay.
I think they're still very concerned that MAGA may be bigger than we think it is and that could backfire on them significantly.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that still watch sitcoms in rural spaces, especially that are Republican voters.
Yeah.
This is true. So
I'm
who does
I'm
the
not giving them a
journalism?
pass. I'm just explaining what their
Okay.
their thought might be.
So this is interesting because I was thinking about this yesterday a little bit. We have no journalism worth a shit hardly out there anymore. There is some decent stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like I'll still shout out Liz from Iowa all the time. She's fantastic. She does good investigative journalism.
Well, and I
Certain
know,
stuff,
I know,
right?
I know you're not a huge fan, but the person who broke all this information, all the stories about what's
Aaron
going on
Parnas?
on the USS Abraham Lincoln and all the stuff going on with our troops is Aaron Parnas.
Listen. Aaron, you keep doing you, buddy. It's good shit. Don't get me wrong. My brain just can't handle every scroll being like breaking news. You got to pass it along. Like, watch out, the world's ending. Like, it's just the way you present it is just a little much.
That's a Fox News strategy.
It works.
Yeah.
I watch it every time, and I'll tell you, I'm gonna have to unfollow him pretty soon because it's just a little much.
Yeah.
I don't really care that Trump fell while getting off the helicopter. It's not breaking news.
But
not-
the people still pursuing
memes.
Epstein, like I haven't seen any of that on NBC, ABC, CBS. The people following
there's a lot of news around that.
right,
There's
and
a lot
the
of court
people
cases,
right,
yeah.
and the people pursuing it are independent journalists.
Okay, so let's go there for a moment. Let's go there because that's really key. So I'm thinking the other day, I used to work for UNICEF back in the day, right? And there's a lot of indicators that you see on child trafficking, and we saw all the shit happening right now about child trafficking in the public spaces and so on. Will you grab me one too, please, sir? Okay, the question still remains true, regardless of why you're leaving. Okay. Yeah.
I'm listening, Mike.
Thank you. Because I need your answer for this. This is important. This is a good one. Actually, I'm going to check online with some folks too here as we go. So, okay. So child trafficking happens, right? We know that it's a documented thing. So does labor trafficking. So does sex trafficking. Child trafficking often happens for sex trafficking and labor trafficking, but this kind of shit happens. It's economic slavery. You see it on signs and truck stops about, have you been trafficked, or
Are you safe?
are you safe? That kind
Yeah.
of stuff,
Are you
right?
safe? The ones I see on the mirrors.
Right. That stuff's legit. It happens. I used to work for UNICEF. We literally worked on these issues, right? Like it's what they do, especially after like a war or refugee or some kind of a major natural disaster. You get large populations moving across country lines, and you track the kids. Because if you don't track the kids, often their families aren't with them. They have no documentation, and the kids disappear. Because when you have a vulnerable population, it attracts people that want to exploit them, right? It's just a thing. It happens, right? And it's bad. And it's happened throughout all of human history. Sometimes it's the result of a natural disaster. Sometimes it's the result of literal slavery that is part of policies like we had when we founded our country. That kind of shit happens. And vulnerable populations attract people that want to exploit them. Vulnerable children attract pedophiles, right? So for the record, if you don't know this, pedophiles aren't random trans people that walk into a bathroom, right? It's pedophiles who see a vulnerable child in a situation where they're not going to get caught.
Now, grooming is a legitimate thing.
It's a thing.
And that's where grooming came from.
Right. So we had this situation, Kellen, you can come around on screen. It's okay. Just drop it off. We know it. It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. So we had this thing, Kellen, we're talking about how vulnerable populations attract exploitation.
Right.
And it does. They attract people. If you have a pedophile, you have a vulnerable kid, it attracts a pedophile, right? That's just how it works.
Yeah.
You have a vulnerable population that maybe isn't documented for the right reasons. It attracts people that want to abuse them into economic slavery.
It's also how cults work.
That is true too.
Mhm. It's all one and the same.
That's fascinating. We're going to go down that line another episode. Though.
They do. Actually, that's a whole nother thing.
Whole nother episode.
Yep.
So we just took away the TPS status. We talked about this in the past of 1 million people, 600,000 Venezuelans, 300,000 Haitians, and a mix of other countries from Cuba and from other countries that make up the million.
But Mike, temporary means temporary.
That's what we saw a lot on our thing. Right? So whether or not you agree with this policy or not, I don't really care today. Like, we're not even going to get into like, what's wrong with you fuckers, have some empathy conversations. Well, I'm telling you point blank, 1 million people that lived in the U.S., many for 30 years, Haitians, especially in the home and healthcare industry. So a lot of your grandparents, or if you watch this episode and you're like Donald, you have to have your diaper changed, often have a Haitian nurse that comes to your home and helps you out. That's very common. That's the biggest industry of Haitian TPS status workers, right?
Home healthcare.
Yeah, home healthcare.
Yeah.
Yep. You can actually watch a great episode, listen to a great episode of Runaway Country with Alex Wagner. She covers this. She interviews a home healthcare nurse.
Also independent journalist.
Also independent journalist who lost her, the Haitian woman lost her TPS, or she thinks she's going to lose her TPS, or she did, but she doesn't know she'll get. These people have a couple different options, right? They can deport themselves, self-deport, which is what they're being told to do.
Right.
They can keep doing what they're doing, where they have family and support. Some of their kids are citizens. They are in school. They make money. They keep doing it until ICE shows up at their door because they know they're there. Like, it's all documented because they were a documented immigrant legally here for 30 years, right? With family here.
Yeah.
Or they can go underground. Because here's the thing, most of these families have nothing back in their home countries. Most of the reason they're here in the first place is because their home country is shit. It's dangerous. In many cases, they were fleeing violence. They were seeking asylum, not escaping asylums, Donald. And they were fleeing and got offered asylum because they got through a court case and a judge says, you're right, your lives are at risk. You have TPS. That's what TPS status was for. So them self-deporting is really not an option. Them waiting to be deported is what you do when you have no other options, right? And they'll just keep going and hope they don't get deported. But that's not really an option for most of these folks either.
Right.
So option 3 is they're going to go underground.
Right.
What happens when you go underground? You have no documentation.
You have no protection from law enforcement.
No protection from law enforcement or from anyone else, or for law enforcement to protect you.
Right.
Because you don't call 911 when something happens.
Well, and if you have kids, you're probably not sending them to the schools.
You don't send your kids to schools because suddenly there's a track back to you somehow,
Yeah.
right? You are underground. Which-
Not literally underground, just like off the radar.
Yeah,
right?
off the
That's
radar.
what you mean.
Yeah. The Underground Railroad's not a railroad.
Right,
either.
right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
It's
a railroad.
yeah, it's a
under-
metaphor, right?
underneath the earth.
Or
yeah.
is it a metaphor or is it a simile? It's a metaphor.
Metaphor.
Metaphor. We'll go for metaphor. Yeah.
I think.
Maybe. You are now vulnerable. You are the kids in those scenarios. Those are the kids that get targeted by people like
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yes.
You can actually read some of his letters. He talks
Yeah.
about it.
Well, or you alluded to this earlier, Mike, but there are kids with just really bad parents who otherwise don't care, don't protect them, don't take care of them, right? Their parents don't take care of their kids and allow their kids to be victimized because they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable because their parents
Right.
are not protecting them.
Well, and that actually, I was alluding to that with transgender kids, especially.
Yeah.
Often they get disowned by their parents. That makes them vulnerable. They leave their homes. There's no one to protect them. I dealt with this a lot. I've told this story before on the show, but I visited Uganda, and there was a orphanage for deaf girls, hard of hearing girls,
Mhm.
who have been abandoned by their families because of extreme poverty, and they can't afford to raise a child with disability. So, ages 5 to 15 years old, they don't have any money. They have nothing. They all in this single building with some cots, no electricity. They have a staff person that teaches them some stuff every once in a while, and that's it. An adult. I don't know if they're a staff person. I think there might be a volunteer, right? We go and visit this place. We have an interpreter with us doing sign language, and this girl eventually gets comfortable enough with our group that she shares with us that they get assaulted regularly in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
The girls do.
Yeah.
It's pitch black. They have no way to communicate. They can't hear and they can't see in the pitch black with no electricity, and it's regular. And so I'm like astonished that this girl has just told me this. I can't believe this could happen. And what I learned from the adults there is like, listen, there's nothing we can do. Like, we can't afford to do anything about it, for one. Number two, these girls have no one to protect them, no one to buy lights or electricity, no one to turn to. You don't have any money. Like, how do you protect yourself? Number one. And then number two, the perpetrators live in a place of extreme poverty. All they have to do is pay off the police if there's any hiccup at all.
Right.
And the police look the other way because they're in poverty too, and they're trying to feed their families,
Yep.
right? Those are vulnerable populations, and people target people who are vulnerable. I'm going all the way back to journalism now. I think the U.S. needs to have a core of independent journalists, including our listeners today, because right now, in real time, yeah, nice, that was good, Jacob, by the way. Right now, and by the way, you switched to it too. Right now, in real time, we have 1 million people being made extremely vulnerable.
Yeah.
They are going to be exploited. And we've seen this in history many times, in U.S. history alone, and there are signs of it. You can see it. You can see where industries go and hire these folks, and suddenly you have a decrease in reporting a crime.
Why else do
It's
we
an
have?
indicator.
Yeah. Why else we have government and social safety institutions and all the dollars that we invest in public safety? Why do we have these things if not to protect people?
From exploitation.
Right.
Right, 100%.
We're the wealthiest and most free country on earth, as MAGA wants to tell us. Why would we not use that status to help people?
Well, but so you're getting into like solutions, like judging.
Well, that's
kind of thing,
where my
right?
brain goes, right?
But
Is I try to
here
go
with
that
me.
way. Yeah.
Imagine being an investigative journalist right now.
Yeah.
What signs in your community would you look for to see if there are people exploiting this population? Because there's 1 million people. We have Haitians, we have Venezuelans living here in Mount Pleasant. You just did a fantastic sort of diversity day event, and you were right across the way from some Venezuelan
Oh, the tapestry
families.
vest? Yeah.
And you got to eat the food and talk and all that kind of stuff.
What
with
are
them.
the signs that I would look for?
What are the signs?
For, exploitation happening
If
or
you're a
vulnerable?
journalist, if you're a journalist, what are you looking for? What do we need to be on the lookout for as community members taking care of these kids? Since our government won't, because the government's the ones that put them in this situation.
Well, I think you can have two categories there. You have the category of a population where there's an increasing amount of vulnerability, an increasing amount of children becoming vulnerable versus relative to, say, 12 months ago. That's one category. So you're looking for that. And there are a lot of different ways.
How do you measure that, I guess? What
That
are
you
looking
can,
at?
yeah, that you can measure vulnerability, but I think you start with poverty.
Right?
You start with poverty, and I don't know how do you measure like people going underground? right? Like people falling off the radar.
Right.
Um,
I think you look at more people paying with cash than used to pay before. That happens. That increases dramatically. The people paying with cash at local grocery stores. You don't have credit cards. You don't have records that will take you back to.
well, here's a question, because I don't fully understand this topic area, so I'm not going to pretend like I do. But in those scenarios, when you become vulnerable, when you do decide, hey, I have to go underground and figure this out, otherwise ICE is going to come take me away and my kids and whatever. Or nightmare scenario, they take me and my wife away and my kids are left here,
which happens often.
Right. So in that scenario, right, it's like, are they living not in a house? Like, are they homeless, right? Are they living in a tent? Are they living like in an RV down by the river? Or, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to get to there?
Yes, to all the above,
right?
To a certain extent. Like, what do you lose when you're underground, right? You lose the ability to maybe have a good job, and so you are
to sign a lease.
Yeah, you could have a lot of people living in one home. Might suddenly happen. Just a bunch of people suddenly. It's pretty clear they're living in one home, and then who do you call? Like, do you call the police? Like,
so that's that's a way to figure out vulnerability, and I think we could spend an hour talking about and digging into what those signs are. The other category is the already exploited.
Explain. What do you mean?
Well, I guess that's a question for you. Is are you asking about both? Are you asking about the pre-exploited vulnerable population versus the population that's already been exploited, right? So I don't even know what happens, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know, human traffickers or people looking to exploit kids. I don't even, like, I have no idea. How do you combat that?
Yeah, there's two main industries that are involved in exploitation.
Yeah.
And it's sex trafficking and labor trafficking.
Right.
Those are the two biggest ones, right?
Right.
Sex trafficking is the obvious one that most people go to, and it's really hard to track, which is why Epstein got away with it for so long, and his circles got away with it for so long, and people like Donald Trump could be best friends with him and maybe engage in it without getting caught, and even still to this day hide it because there's so much money involved in that, right?
Right.
So take that one aside for a moment, because they usually go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Very clearly. Labor trafficking is a little more easy to identify because you're talking about entire industries. So for years, for decades in the meatpacking plant industry, workers were paid, they were unionized, and they were paid incredible wages. You could make a living off being a meatpacking plant worker and retire wealthy just by cutting meat. And that was a thing. And suddenly that whole industry just dropped off and it became impossible to even make a living there. That's a sign of an industry switching,
adopting those methods, adopting those practices.
And they'll tell you they didn't, of course.
Well, of course they will.
But the reason it works is because they can keep those people from unionizing, because if they try to unionize, they say, oh, you know what? Your papers don't quite add up the way we thought they did. We're going to call, ICE and make sure that your papers you're clear here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a threat. You can hold that over the top of them because they're using fake IDs at that point to have a job.
Yeah.
They don't have documentation. So if you see an industry whose wages drop dramatically, that's probably an industry that's taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of industries you can look at that are in that world. Everything from meatpacking's been part of it for a long time to I know the oil and gas industry. People are pointing at that up in North Dakota. There's been a huge influx, evidently, of a lot of immigrants going up there. And Kristi Noem was in charge of the damn thing, and she used to be the governor there. And there's no ICE raids happening.
So my statistics brain is thinking, so the easy way, this is not going to sound easy, but it would be relatively easy, would be to find those industries where you have growth happening in terms of revenue. You don't have any significant change in price of underlying product or underlying price of the product, and you don't have any growth in the labor force, right? All those three things coinciding at the same time, but the industry is growing in revenue.
Yep.
And that's because the labor numbers aren't being reported, is what you're saying.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Or they're hiring people that have documentation, but they're paying them far less, and they're not able to unionize. They're not able to have a good quality. And so they can lower the wages. They can lower the benefits. They can lower all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's an unlimited number of 1 million people they can draw from.
Yeah.
To get them.
Yeah.
There's also other industries that are suffering. You can look at, so I'm telling you right now, the home health care industry is probably going to suffer massively. And I'm not even overstating it. Haitian nurses are a huge deal
Mhm.
in the U.S. You go down to Florida to a lot of those retirement communities, and there are almost more Haitian nurses than there are retirees in that area. They're taking care of those folks, right? Those people still need health care. They built relationships, right? But if the businesses that used to employ them suddenly go out of business, but people are still getting good care, that means someone's exploiting them,
Right.
right? If the companies themselves sort of get quiet in terms of hiring, in terms of growth, in terms of advertising, because they now have super cheap labor that they can exploit for little to no dollars, because they already had relationships built, but now they don't have documentation. There's no protection. So there, you can see this stuff in real time if you look close enough. I think Jessica here mentioned online about schools and how kids show up at school compared to how they showed up before. It's every school has to take every kid in the United States, no matter what. If they show up, they go to public school. So some families will try to still send their kids, even though they're a lot less do when they become undocumented. But what is the state of those kids? How are they doing? Are they dressed? Do they have? Are they not haven't done their laundry in months? Like those are indicators too. There's a lot more than I can even come up with right now, but it's real and it's happening in Iowa, especially. And it's happening across the country, and you can see it happening in real time. We're not back in slavery days by any means, but like it's the same fucking thing. It's economic exploitation for profit on the backs of people based on a policy or a law that disadvantages them. And this pisses me off because you have all these people like, well, you're just supporting Democrats because you want them to have babies so they grew up and vote Democrat kind of excuses, that bullshit. And we're like, no, we're against Trump's policies and how he's going about immigration policy because it's causing a massive population of vulnerable people and they're going to be exploited. And if you don't think that Republicans, especially businesses that support Republicans, know that, you're an idiot. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing.
Well, I think you have to also mention the fact when this debate gets brought up is some of the people doing the exploiting are the immigrants themselves.
Yeah,
That's
that
true, too.
happens.
Yeah.
That does happen. Absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely Venn diagrams and all this crap. Yeah, because there's exploited people in every population. Yeah, absolutely.
Or maybe I shouldn't say they're the immigrants, but they're likely immigrants that have attained legal status here.
Oh, often, yeah.
And they figured the game out.
Right.
And they're making money off of that process too.
Right.
Right. I mean, how do you think immigrants get here?
Yeah.
There's the Coyote pipeline is not full of a bunch of gringos, right? It's full of a bunch of immigrants who are, but I'm not even like throwing blame any direction. It's exploiters and it's the vulnerable.
Right.
And I don't change how I see them based on whether or not they're American citizens or not. They're vulnerable children. They're vulnerable families. They're people who've been exploited by other people, regardless if it's immigrants exploiting them or American white people exploiting them, right?
I was mainly throwing that out there for our critics that are going to come at us.
Oh,
and
100%. Yeah.
Say, oh, well, you're just trying to blame white people for all their problems.
Right,
No,
right,
we're not
right.
blaming white people for all their problems.
Yeah, I'm in 100% agreement with you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But that's a real thing right now in our own backyards. And you can see it in every small town and every city in Iowa, let alone across the country, because that's 1 million people that just got fucked over with a swipe of a pen, I might add. Sorry to get all sad. That's a hard one because it's real. It's like,
It's a lot of people.
but go back to journalism for a moment then. Let's just wrap it up with that. We have, I think, a responsibility. Journalism has died. Let's just call it what it is. There's some good journalists.
I feel like it has.
The
I really do.
effectiveness of it has, right?
Yeah.
Right. Even Aaron Parnas, who just absolutely causes my cortisol to just spike every time I scroll past this thing. It's still, he's an independent journalist. He's not NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox News. Like those are gone, and they're only dying with every boomer that passes away over the next 10, 15 years.
I could not tell you the last time I watched a mainstream media broadcast.
Right.
Don't you
have a
think?
role.
Don't you think that social media has a role to play in that?
Absolutely.
That's exactly where I'm going.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean that's how most people get their news now is
Yeah.
from their news feeds on social media.
Yeah.
Right.
And that number's growing. Like people are forget cutting the cable. They're just abandoning traditional media outlets.
Right.
Yeah, the
And-
only time I watch our local news channels is when there's severe weather.
Right. Yeah. 100%.
And I'm like,
same,
oh,
same.
when did they get that meteorologist?
But even that, I
Yeah,
don't
same.
even do that anymore. I used
Well,
to.
you can follow like tornado chasers now on Facebook.
Right.
That's
That's what I
'cause
do.
You're actually seeing the
he's
funnel cloud in
right
real
there,
time. Yeah.
and he's like, "Here's a tornado. We're right here on this road, and it's right here." And I'm like,
Sure.
"Oh, he knows.
I know that road.
Yes,
That's
I know.
Iris Avenue in Mount Pleasant. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
there goes the roof. Yeah.
It's an entirely new world that we live in.
Right.
And honestly, I think this trend isn't going to stop or slow down or reverse. I think it's going to accelerate.
Right.
I just don't see a way in which, and we've talked about this in a lot of different contexts, Mike. But some of you will get this reference, but dinosaurs will die, right? The old industries, the old giants of industry are always wiped out by something, someone, some new tech. The oil industry is huge. Eventually, it will die. There will no longer be an oil industry at some point. I don't know if we'll see it while we're alive, but some humans will, or maybe the entire human race is gone. But there's no more oil industry at some point, right? Those things
called
happen,
irony,
right?
because it's the dead dinosaurs. That
That they're digging up.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
But the horse and buggy industry was big,
Right.
and it died, right? So on and so forth. Like the blacksmith industry. I don't know. I'm pulling
radio,
things out of my ass. Right.
TV.
Kodak. Right.
Oh yeah.
Blockbuster.
Forgot
When's the
about
last
Kodak.
time you bought film?
Never. I've never bought film.
When's the last time you bought a
Fuck
camera?
you.
I've never bought film ever.
What do I think of that?
I was never
Being
really into
millennial.
photography though, so I'm not that great of a.
You didn't have a choice. You didn't. No.
No, I did.
Oh
when I
my
was-
God.
I'm
You
40.
Never bought film.
I'm
He
40.
is younger than we are.
I'm 40
Did
years
it
old. I'm not
end
that
suddenly,
young.
like in 1990.
The early 2000s.
No, it was
is
more
when
like-
digital cameras became
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
Wait, what about instant cameras?
Yeah, I
Like
bought
that-
lots of those.
But
Yeah.
that's film inside.
Yeah, I
those.
guess so.
I mean, the
yeah.
You just
last
never
time
saw it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the last time that I took film in to get developed was probably like
06.
High
no,
school for
I'll
me.
bet I was in high school.
Did you
It
go
was
to
probably
Walmart
like
with it, though?
1999.
Did you do Walmart or did you do it like to the local pharmacy? Which was weird, by the way. The pharmacy did your photos.
I think I took it to Walmart.
In Walmart?
You know what I have bought though? Floppy disks. Have you ever bought floppy
I'm
disks,
not going
Mike?
to kink shame you. It's all good. I don't kink shame, dude. I don't kink shame.
It is funny as I talk about this stuff with my kids. Like
Oh, yeah.
they're dumbfounded that we used to have to load film into a camera.
Or that you had to be off the telephone to connect to the internet.
Yeah, or that a website would take 45 minutes to download, or that we used to get music off the internet.
Or that
Steal it off the internet.
it cost
Napster, baby. Napster.
it cost money to send a text message.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh dude. I had a buddy who worked for like Verizon,
Yeah.
right when they were first coming out
Yeah.
with their stuff. And another buddy bought a cell phone from him,
Mhm.
but refused to get the like extra little $1 a month thing that allows you to have unlimited text messaging. And
Yeah.
instead you had to, after 7 o'clock, you had to pay 10 cents per text.
And he had one
And-
furious night of text messaging
Well,
that cost him $400.
Either way, you get a text or send one. It costs you 10 cents.
Yeah.
Either way, right?
Yeah.
And it was his best friend that sold him the phone.
Just texted him
Pay the extra
nonstop.
fucking $1. Like it's not that this it's a buck of I'll give you the $1. It's your best friend. And so I'll tell you all of us. There was like
I would
10
have
of
done that.
us.
I would have done
No,
that.
nonstop. We did
Just
it for like
text
3
it.
months
Just
straight.
stop-
7
stop.
o'clock hit, our alarm.
Hey,
went
buddy,
off.
how you doing?
You doing good? 10 cent bitch. Da-da-da. That's all we did all the time. Just nonstop. He finally upgraded.
Well, you gotta remember too. In the early days, texting that was that alphanumeric. You know, you
Yeah.
had to, like, if you were doing
Oh,
like
yeah.
the letter L, you had to press what
Eight
Like,
times.
times?
Yeah.
So-
or
Yes,
you would
right.
know when you were getting a text message because like right now all the audio would go like
Oh, yeah.
and they
Your
give you like a
computer,
buzz.
your computer. Yep. The same with you if the phone was gonna ring.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yeah. The Sony Walkman. My kids have no idea what the hell a Sony Walkman is.
You ever wind it back up with a pencil?
The cassette.
Tape,
the cassette
yeah,
tape.
yeah. I mean, that's my Walkman was a tape, right?
I had
are you
the
talking
CD.
about the Sony CD Walkman?
I had the CD
Well,
Walkman.
I mean, the original one was the cassette tape,
Right,
But
right,
yeah,
right.
I had a CD one. Well, I had both actually.
And those things, they won't skip bullshit. They
Oh
skip
no,
every
absolutely.
fucking time.
I used
Like,
to deliver papers with my Sony Walkman
Yeah, it
CD, and it skipped all the time.
you pull it
didn't
out, it's all scratched up.
Yeah.
The very first cassette tape that I ever bought and owned was the album 10 by Pearl Jam.
Oh, that's solid.
That's
And I-
actually
and
sad.
I
Yeah.
wore that tape out.
That's a good
Like
one.
literally the tape disintegrated.
Yeah, that's awesome too. Nice.
Yeah.
The 90s.
Oh, the 90s.
Yeah. It wasn't that good, guys.
Actually,
I'm not trying to make America great again.
I gotta beg to differ with you.
Okay, go ahead. What do you got?
I mean, we were in a pretty solid state of economic prosperity throughout.
No-
Thank you, Ronald Reagan.
No
Thank you,
deficit.
Ronald Reagan.
No, it was Clinton.
We did
It was
not.
Clinton.
We did not have. Well,
You obviously did not live in the Midwest during the Clinton years.
Clinton definitely balanced the budget.
we didn't really get fucked
True.
over by Clinton policies.
We got
until
fucked over by Clinton
the early
later.
2000s.
His policies came to hit us in the early 2000s. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely his policies.
Yeah,
it was
the
still NAFTA.
world when I graduated in 1999 was ours for the taking.
Mhm.
This is true. Yeah, this is true.
And we
I-
didn't have social media.
I always say, no, that's true too. I really think social media has done a number to us. But I always say that 1995 was like the peak of American culture.
You know, there's like a thing online that says like the world actually stopped and reset. There's like a whole like online cult following about how like the world reset in 1995 and no one noticed.
Okay.
And we went in this whole different direction, like, you know, multi-universe kind of crap. And that there's a big reset right at that point. It's a theory.
I mean,
Life was good in 1995. Let's be true.
95, 96.
there was some really good music in 1995.
94.
96.
I would
Nirvana
even
was
say,
overrated, dude. Overrated.
I would even say 94. 94 gave us The Lion King, Forrest Gump, True Lies, The Mask, Speed, Dumb and Dumber,
Oh,
all in the same year. Okay. 94.
okay.
95 gave us Die Hard, Toy Story, Apollo 13, GoldenEye, Pocahontas, Batman Forever,
Pocahontas was your big one?
Batman
Is that pretty
Forever,
exciting?
7,
Okay.
Jumanji,
Oh, yeah.
96.
The Robin Williams Jumanji.
The
by
Robin
way.
Williams
like
Jumanji.
the really good one.
Yeah, not the crap they're releasing now.
Yeah, yeah.
96 was Independence Day, Twister, Mission Impossible, The Rock,
Oh, that's some good shit too. The Rock was 96.
101 Dalmatians. You see how
Yeah,
I
still
get
like you
really
went up.
excited
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah,
Disney.
yeah. Somebody has kids. Yeah.
Jerry Maguire,
Oh, shit.
show me the money.
Yeah. You had me at hello.
Space Jam, 96. 97,
I'm not
Titanic.
sure Space Jam quite counts.
97, Titanic, Men in Black.
Titanic.
Air Force
What's
One.
Titanic. Was that a movie?
Okay, Air Force One was like how a president should act, right? Instead of hiding in the catering cart, he grabs the AK and hunts the terrorists.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
That was
Get off my
That's
plane.
what happens when you elect Han Solo as president.
That's right.
correct.
That's
yeah.
damn
or,
right.
or Indiana Jones. Take your pick. Either one would do just as well.
We also got Liar Liar and The Fifth Element in that year.
Multipass.
Multipass?
Multipass.
Multipass?
Disaster movies were such a thing then too.
98 gave us Saving Private Ryan.
Armageddon.
Armageddon was 98.
It's been
Yeah.
since 1996. Tupac was shot in 96.
Really?
It's been that long? According to Jessica.
I'm pretty sure it was Donald Trump.
Oh, but Robin says Men in Black. There it is. There's the reset
Yeah. That's it.
with the memory things.
That's how it happened. That is how it happened.
It all makes sense now. What happened?
All that culture ended.
No, what?
American culture ended.
What
we
happened?
peaked.
I have no recollections.
We had the country had a big obsession with like alien abduction and UFOs about that same time.
That's
too.
exactly right.
Uh,
You
the
gotta
X-Files.
wonder.
Used to. We
Then it
still
just
do.
went away.
The X Files and the alien autopsy
Yeah,
and all
the
those things. Those
X-Files.
came out in the mid '90s, and that was, yeah. That if
I think it was 94 when X Files first launched. No, 93. It originally aired September 10th, 1993. Yeah.
Then it just all went downhill.
It was everything was. I'm
but
telling
really,
you
really,
guys.
when did ET come out? That's all that really matters.
1980,
that was like
That was
89.
the beginning.
He was like 89.
That was the beginning.
No, ET was like 82
It
or
was like
83.
I was like 5 and I went to Universal Studios.
You're right. It was
Like,
82.
on the ET ride.
It was
yeah.
82.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore was like 6.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's it right there. I think that's when it started. That's when the good years happened. And then they ended with the Men in Black. Everybody's
Yeah.
watching on the movie screen and it actually went through the movie. And
Yeah, 95 music was Smashing Pumpkins album 1979, Radiohead, Fake Plastic Trees,
Will Smith was cool.
Foo
back then.
Fighters. Will Smith was still cool.
I think he was still doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air then.
Yeah, even cooler.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you know that that Alfonso's married to a gal just down the road?
I do know that. You know that I have their car seat?
Now you just went a whole nother level.
Is there
That's amazing.
The Unker. Well,
Yeah, we don't say
yeah,
the
yeah,
names.
we don't
Yeah,
say
sorry.
names.
Yeah.
But yeah, we needed a car seat and they gave theirs. They were done with theirs.
Your car seat was once sat in by the kids
Of Carlton.
of Carlton.
Yes, correct.
Your kids better be damn good dancers. I'm just
My
saying.
daughter is. I think she's going to be a dancer.
She's definitely going to be a sprinter.
She is definitely going to be a sprinter. Yep. That
Future
girl,
Olympian.
That girl runs.
That's kind of awesome.
She runs in those little jelly shoes that give your heels blisters. She'll run for miles in a dress with jellies.
Does she
And
have
ask
the
for more.
agility to be able to jump from post to post?
Yes.
Unlike her father?
Unlike, what are you talking about?
I don't know. You must have forgotten.
What are you talking about?
All I know is you were in a boot for about 2 months there at one point.
I
in
don't know
time.
what you're
Kellen.
talking about.
Speaking of jellies, I'm glad those have made a comeback.
There it is. Look at you went right into that. I was going to say.
This has been an episode of Three Were White
Guys. Thank you to Chris Hausman for sending us off today. We will see you next week.
Yes.
Take from the poor makes you wonder what